What's going on? It's your boy Sheep, the Wise. Welcome back to Vader's Lair. It's time for an Andor preview. Yo, I'm hyped. Episode 4 is about to be lit tonight. Can't wait to get another one. Let's dive into it and do it. Welcome back, guys. Hope you're doing well. So, episode 4 is just a mere, 5, 6, 7, 6.5 hours away, I guess. Man, I'm excited for it. It's about to be a lit time. I really enjoyed the first 3 episodes. I think a lot of people really enjoyed the first 3 episodes. And it's an exciting time as a Star Wars fan to be getting new stuff, and Andor is certainly a new perspective. It's been quite the show so far, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So some new tidbits came out, and I definitely want to gauge on what you guys think could be happening here tonight in episode 4. But some new tidbits came out on StarWars.com, and basically they gave us the cool little episode recaps for all 3 of the first 3 episodes, so we can dive in a little bit. But mainly the 3rd episode is the one that I want to kind of bring up here and show with you guys. So I'm going to pull this up right here. So here you see their episode galleries and everything, and I'm definitely going to click on those a little bit too. But then they have the episode trivia gallery. Here's a big question I've been wondering as a fan of Star Wars in general, and just going into Andor. When are these flashbacks taking place? Well, right here it tells us. The flashbacks in this episode, in episode 3, so basically the first 3 episodes, the flashbacks are occurring during the later years of the Republic prior to the start of the Clone Wars. So it seems as though the Clone Wars has not quite, gone out and broke out across the galaxy. Palpatine's master plan has not quite yet happened. This could be taking place anytime before episode 2, I guess you could say, or even during the beginning of episode 2 kind of thing. It could be as soon as that, as it seems as though the people on this ship are wearing something similar to a Separatist logo. Who knows if that's exactly what it is or not, but it's an exciting thing to think about, this time period that Andor kind of is adopted prior to even the Clone Wars happening. It's pretty wild. So it goes on to say, with Marva and Clem worrying about an incoming Republic frigate interrupting their salvage operation, the dead crewers aboard the transport crosshairs wear uniforms with a symbol closely related to the eventual Separatist alliance. The travel to Canary will later be restricted by the Empire due to environmental disaster, which it seems like more maybe mining disaster, maybe caused by the Empire even, but that's probably why it's restricted, is because they want to cover that kind of a thing up. The next picture here is the idea of areas of the galaxy being zoned for corporate exploitation and management is an old one, dating back to the corporate sector as seen in Han Solo at Star's End 1979 Del Rey books. That book showcased private corporate security forces much like the Corpo Sentry Guards seen in episodes 1 through 3. Pretty freaking cool that this kind of idea has been around in Star Wars for a while too. What up, everybody in the chat? I hope you guys are doing well tonight, and I hope you're hyped for some Andor, because you know your boy Sheep is. It's an exciting night. Episode 4 is about to be big. It's about to be big. I really think Andor is going to be a really big episode tonight. After last week's episode, the third final episode that we got, I think we're finally going to be breaking out into the larger galaxy. I talked about it in one of my streams recently, but basically, I think from here, the first 3 episodes were really a setup story that were kind of like an origin story to Andor and who he is. Kind of like I guess you could say, Andor's origin movie from those first 3 episodes. But now we're getting into episodes 4, 5, and 6, and I think those are going to be kind of a movie unto themselves, where we're going to be following Luthen Rael's backstory and certain flashbacks, I think. And then I think it's possible maybe we'll get a little bit more of Andor's flashbacks, and maybe we won't get Luthen's flashbacks, but I think Luthen, either way, we're going to see him going to Coruscant. In the immediate start of the episode, I wouldn't be surprised if Luthen and Andor have to do a little space battle with Luthen's crazy ship that we've seen in some of the previews. and it'd be really cool to see them having to escape in that ship and see it kind of go into action as they kind of try to blast off. I wouldn't even doubt if Mon Mothma ended up being in this episode, whether it be flashback or Luthen kind of trying to introduce Andor to her, as he could be a big help within the rebellion. Geek Ledger, what's up? I love the private police aspect of Andor. That's a really dystopian concept that fits the Empire really well. Geek Ledger, I definitely agree with that, my man. I suck? Oh man, alright, Star Wars Obsession. Damn, you beat me? Whoa, I beat you? Everybody beat you? What up, Tim? My goodness, you the GOAT, my friend. Taunton, Mr. Griffin, good to see you as well. Elias, that's right. What up, Elias? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, definitely. What up, Anthony, YouTube fan? He says, hi, Sheev. I'm hoping the show opens up and embraces the rest of the galaxy. I still have concerns about the series' role in the Star Wars universe, but I'm optimistic and open. We'll see. I definitely think this is what you're going to be looking for then. I think this episode really is going to break out and start to get into the larger galaxy. I think it might be gradual, it might be instant, but I think we're going to get a little bit more, maybe even the Senate. So that brings me to the next point that I kind of want to talk to you guys about and what we could potentially see. Got a whole little list here. Oh, that's not what I'm showing you. That is my list, but... Oh no. What happened? Okay, let me get out of this. Epic fail. Alright, so the next thing I want to ask you guys is about the Senate. Do you guys think the Senate could be in this episode? Especially, you know, I think it's possible we could see Luthen going to Mon Mothma, or even taking Andor to Mon Mothma. You know, I do think Luthen could be a big part of the early rebellion here, so I don't know exactly, but I would love to see him going to Coruscant, seeing Luthen on Coruscant, whether it's flashbacks or now, and interacting with Mon Mothma, potentially the Senate. I think we could even get, potentially conversations about the Emperor Palpatine, maybe even a hologram of, what they show people of is Palpatine, kind of like what we see in Rebels when he's talking to Ezra Bridger and trying to, coerce him into falling for his lies and deceptions. But I think it could be possible Palpatine is maybe name dropped, or at least Emperor Palpatine, you know what I mean? Maybe even Darth Vader. I don't know if he would be. It would be really cool though if he was. He definitely has been active throughout all this time. Inquisitors potentially even. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that I think could be name dropped or mentioned in this episode, especially if we're going to be following the stories and likes of Mon Mothma, Luthen Rael, and kind of the inners of the rebellion potentially. Keaton Haas says, I think we'll see Mon Mothma. Me too, my friend. I definitely think we could tonight. Will, what's up, my friend? He says, sup, fellas? Currently making dinner. I'm about to have dinner myself in a little bit here. What up, Keaton Haas? Stanley says, episode 4 or 5, I think first the Senate. Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe 6 at the latest. I wouldn't even be surprised if we get a lot of Coruscant, to be honest. Episodes 4, 5, and 6 could all feature Coruscant potentially heavily. It would be really cool. Like, outsourcing the police to the lowest bidding company is just so... It's dark, bro, says Geek Ledger. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. It's the Empire thing to do. And it's probably cheaper that way, too. And that's probably why they do it. Will we see pals this episode, says Obsession. What up, my homie? Hope you're doing well, Star Wars Obsession. Will we see pals this episode? Not sure. What you mean? Palps? Palps? Will we see Palps? We could see Palps. Palps. Yes, good. Maybe. I would love to see Palpatine. He really kind of stays in the shadows in the background, and I feel like, Ian McDermott at Celebration said that he wasn't going to be in stuff, and then of course we saw him in Obi-Wan Kenobi. I definitely think it would be awesome to see him at some point within the 2 seasons that Andor is supposed to be kind of running through. Tonight, oh man, I would love to see him tonight. Again, if we do see Palps, I honestly think it could be more like a hologram of just the kind of what the Empire shows the Senate. I wouldn't even be surprised if through the next 3 episodes we kind of see the disbanding of the Senate kind of a thing happening. Because, I mean, they're definitely important still at this time, but it's around the same time that we're going to see that kind of a thing happening where Mon Mothma is going to be telling everybody, peace, we're starting a rebellion kind of a thing. And that's... stuff is about to go down, man. I think stuff's about to go down in the next couple of episodes. I definitely think we could see Palps though. Star Wars Obsession. Much love. Tim says, Mon Mothma always makes me think of Mothra. What's a Mothra? Am I missing something? What's a Mothra? Mothra? Hail, Alan Copeland, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Elias says, yeah, but he died in the movie. Are you talking about Andor? Because yes, he did die. I don't think that really ruins the story though. Like I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride. I'm down to figure out what the heck happened to this dude that made him such a kind of a dark character in his own right for the rebellion in terms of Andor. And I'm here for the ride of that because I think it's gonna be a fun ride and a bumpy ride at that. The amount of characters that can pop up and that we know are supposed to pop up, let alone that we've already kind of seen already, and the cool, interesting characters they've introduced us to. I hope we get more of B2. I hope we even get more of Marva and maybe even see Andor return to his homeworld at some point. But I do think this is the part of Andor where it's about to be broken up into the larger galaxy. We're going to see a lot more of the Star Wars world we know. My favorite moth. It's a giant moth. It's my favorite moth, actually. Ooh. I can't say I'm a big fan of moths. But I'm glad you have a favorite. Not much love, Tim. I don't even know. Mothra? Mothra is versus Godzilla? Oh, it's from the Godzilla universe? I'm dumb. Now I gotta see all the Godzilla movies again. Keaton Haas, welcome to the dark side. Thanks for becoming a member, my friend. I hope you're having a great day, and I appreciate it. You get all the access to the cool new emojis that you see in the chat. Put some Andors or some hypes in there, you know what I mean? And you to go, Keaton Haas, for becoming a member. Thank you for joining the Acolytes. Let's get it going. Hey, much love, my friend. I love to see those Andor and the hype. It's going down tonight. All right, let's keep it going. So let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat. If we could see Palpatine or Darth Vader, I definitely think those two would be really cool characters to see. Obviously, the starting of the rebellion and kind of Mon Mothma starting to. Maybe even kind of what she's already been doing in the background during this time period. I definitely think we're getting some Mon Mothma though tonight. And, you know, the little tidbits there talking about how the Andor flashbacks are before the Clone Wars. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some of the flashbacks of Andor's family kind of settling in their hometown on Ferrix. And kind of what they have to go through during the Clone Wars. As war broke out throughout the galaxy, kind of everybody touched it. You know, it was similar to what we have with the world wars of real life. Like it kind of affected everyone in the entire galaxy the way that, you know, the war affected everybody in the real world. So it'll be cool to see if that kind of a thing happens, if we continue to see more of the flashbacks for Andor. I'm super intrigued in those and what's going on with all of those characters, to be honest. Marva and her husband are very, very interesting characters. So I'm down to learn more about Marva and Clem, potentially. I definitely think we're going to dive a little bit into Luthen's backstory, which I'm super excited for. Like, who is Luthen Rael? This dude just walks in, I got money. I'm part of the rebellion. Don't you want to actually fight for something, Andor? And it's like, dude, I'm in. I think Tarkin on a holo, says Jedi Mike. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. I'm wondering, let me know what you guys think, but do you think we'll see some stormtroopers or potentially clone troopers tonight? I kind of expected to see some. Excuse me. I expected to see some in the first 3 episodes, and obviously we didn't see any because of pre-more and everything. So I think we could see some stormtroopers really, breaking out to the larger galaxy, like I've been saying, and I'm excited to potentially do that. I don't know if they'll be at the Imperial Senate. I kind of think that stormtroopers might not be as active at the Senate, but I don't know. We might see some stuff. There was also a little clip on Twitter that was released by like Twitter TV or something, giving us a little preview, I think, potentially for one of the upcoming episodes, whether it's tonight's or the next couple of episodes, but I'm super excited to check that out. Some of the other stuff that we got from the first 3 episodes, Cassian is carrying a pistol that was actually inspired by the pistol design that was created for Kyle Katarn in the Dark Forces game. So kind of cool that they're continuing to reuse art and different guns and props and things in the Star Wars galaxy or in the EU and bringing it into canon. What up, Jared Dyer? Good to see you in the chat. Jedi Mike says we get to see the blonde Imperial officer and her white, tough-looking attitude. Dude, I think so. That could definitely be the case. I wouldn't even be surprised if that blonde Imperial lady is one that's potentially catching on to Mon Mothma or Luthen and kind of on their tail. The Stanley says once the ISB starts showing up, probably stormtroopers will follow in course. That definitely could be the case. Geek Ledger says the Clone Wars and the Civil War are like World War I and World War II. And then I think about the scene from Doctor Who, where a great war officer in 1915 learns about World War I and II and says, "What do you mean one?" Yeah. Mon Mothma, not Mon Mothma. Moth Mama, not Mon Mothma. Hey, well, I'm down for Moth Mama too. I think Mon Mothma is a Moth Mama, if you know what I'm saying. Genevieve O'Reilly, you would go. Timid says, get some water if you need it. Yeah, I might, the way this is going. Whew. Anthony YouTube fan says that damn well better not mean that Kyle Katarn won't be surfacing in the Star Wars universe. Between his blaster and the Outrider, it's not looking good. I think they probably have adapted him into other characters or are going to, and I'm sorry. I don't know if we're gonna get a canon version. I mean, they did change it slightly, and they even say that the prop designers included enough extra features and design elements into Cassian's pistol that it has warranted a new model number. So it's even a different model of gun technically, which potentially leaves room for his to be in it, but yeah, not looking good, I guess you could say. And then another little tidbit from episode 3 and the first 3 episodes is the real world linguistic roots for the Kenari language are a blend of Portuguese, Spanish, and Magyar. Interesting. Pretty cool tidbits on StarWars.com that they give you. For one of the shots, they say, long ago on Kenari, Cassian Andor, then known as Casa, climbs into a downed off-world transport corsair alone. Dead workers litter the floor, their skin discolored. Finally reaching the command center, he angrily bashes the controls. And yeah, that was definitely one of the cooler, interesting scenes from that flashback, seeing him go in there. Bruh. Moth Mama. Y'all got me dead. Moth Mama, Hottie looks Florence and the Machine, to be honest. Interesting. I get what you mean. Geek Ledger says, I think they've adapted him into Cassian. I mean, it sucks we aren't getting a direct adaptation of Kyle Katarn like we did Thrawn, but enough of the meat is there where it's still a good character. Potentially. Geek Ledger, I think there's a little bit more hope. We can be hopeful still. I don't know if they ever will, and you could be right, but let's have hope, because I do like the Kyle Katarn character, man. I would love to get him in canon. Dude, trust me, bro. What up, my friend? He says, hopefully it pops off tonight. Bro, I think it's going to pop off. For sure. Are you kidding me? Be there or be square. We're going to be doing a watch party tonight at 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So, if you guys want to be there and watch along with us, because we're going to be doing a live watch party. It's going to be hype. So make sure to subscribe and smash that little bell so you get notified when we do go live later tonight, 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Much love, y'all. All right, so continuing on, what you guys feeling? How hyped do you want to gauge the audience? What we feeling for tonight? What do you guys think are going to happen? Any characters or potential cameos? Or, you know, a lot of you were saying you think Mon Mothma, Imperial Senate potentially in the next episode or two. What is we feeling though? Scale of 1 to 10. How hyped are we getting? Tim throwing up the Savage Andor. You already know. Because Cassian be savage. I mean, the way he started that first episode, just pop, pop. You know what I mean? Wait, 2:30 a.m.? Yes! Elias. Sorry, I always get your name mixed up. I said it right already. Elias. Yeah, we're going to be doing... So, the episode drops 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you want to watch along with us, our live stream goes live 30 minutes before the episode's out-ish. It usually drops closer to like 11:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, Eastern Standard Time, it should drop around 2:50 something. So be here around then, but we're gonna definitely be live at 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Geek Ledger says, I think if they do make Cassian the equivalent of Kyle, I wouldn't be mad at having it so that Cassian is force sensitive, but that just makes the ending of Rogue One hit harder because he's never got trained. Maybe. Yeah, I feel you, but that makes me think that they still could, and it's just a similar character. You're probably right, though. Maybe it does. And Cassian's character is already kind of a tragic one, because as we've already seen throughout the first 3 episodes, he hasn't had a lot of choice in his life. I mean, this choice to kind of go with Luthen was kind of his first choice that he made to really change and direct his life. His choice potentially going on to join the rebellion is going to be like, I mean, he's kind of forced into a situation where he had to join Luthen, but at the same time, you know, we see all the way in Rogue One towards the end of his life, his choice to go and, you know, sacrifice himself basically on Scarif was one of the first choices he actually makes that he wanted to make, and was like, you know, because he believed in the rebel cause. Clearly he was willing to die for it, but it wasn't exactly the life he had chosen for himself. Hey, facts Ash. 10. Everybody's hyped for it. Steve Storenko with the 10 hype times 10. Hype. Say that 10 times fast, you know what I mean? It's definitely hype though. Alan Copeland with the 10 out of 10 hype too. Dude, trust me, bro says yes sir. He's hyped as well. Elias says, I'm not gonna watch it because I'm a kid. Okay, I feel you. That is pretty late. Hey, but definitely stay tuned. If you do, definitely watch it tomorrow whenever you got time, or you know, this weekend, Elias. But I hope you enjoy it whenever you do, because it's gonna be a good episode. It's gonna be a good episode. I have to watch tomorrow. I'm missing my shows because this thing called New Work Hours. Yeah, I gotta follow what Ash said, and gosh, New Work Hours. That sucks, man. Ash says, I thought that was Pedro at first. Didn't realize it was Cassian. But I feel like Cassian does. I mean, I feel like that's maybe just wrong, but Pedro is definitely similar. to Diego Luna. They're both great actors, man. I love the heck out of both of those dudes. I've seen there's been some like videos and stuff of them together, and when they did all the footage for when it was like Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Cassian, and gosh, we were just talking about how did I freaking forget his name? And freaking Mando, duh. When it was all four of them, it was pretty funny seeing the two of them interact too. I'll watch at lunch tomorrow, says talented Mr. Griffin. Bet. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. I mean, I don't blame you guys. I don't honestly expect a lot of people to be staying up for this show yet. But I think when we get to some of the episodes that are really just boom and everybody gets into it, there's going to be a lot of people staying up and going, dude, I got to watch this show, man. I don't blame you, though. Stay young indeed. Cassian's path is the will of the Force for me, as I see it. Vader's lair definitely is. Definitely is. He kind of goes with the flow. No, yeah, I definitely feel you though. 5 highlights from episode 3, The Reckoning. Which droid should be your counterpart? Ooh, that's a fun quiz. God, I love StarWars.com is fun, man. Where were we? I'm gonna finish school at 3:30 tomorrow. Nice. Definitely, if you got time tomorrow, go check it out. Tim says there's a Last of Us teaser that dropped today with Pedro, or was it yesterday? No, yeah, I've seen it kind of floating around. I haven't watched it yet. If you guys do want to watch it in a little bit here. Geek Ledger says I wouldn't mind seeing a young Mando in Andor, maybe just a cameo so it doesn't interfere with the streamlined story they have in mind. But still, I feel like they even could have him a little bit more than a cameo. But you're right, though. I do think the cameos are going to be limited, or if they do bring cameos into the show, that they're going to be kind of, I guess you could say, cameos that are kind of fit into the story. They aren't exactly cameos because they belong there. You know what I mean? And they're going to probably be reoccurring. Young Mando would definitely be cool, though. I think it's possible. Wouldn't be surprised. Millie Bobby Brown as Leia, says Ashhammer. That would be cool. And Andor, I don't know if we see that in Andor, but that would be really freaking cool. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for it. Is Ahsoka Fulcrum at this time? She would be. I believe she would be the Stanleys, or she would be soon. So, in that aspect, I do think that's possible that at some point Ahsoka could pop up in the Andor show, if not now. Maybe in season 2 as Fulcrum. Boba Fett would fit perfectly into the story, not gonna lie, says Ashhammer. As a bounty hunter, yes. As a bounty hunter, yes, he could. That was my my lighting falling. Just epic fail. It happens. Care of my babysitter. Oh, for sure. Ahsoka, yeah. Alright, there was a featurette on the Star Wars website and on YouTube as well. Let me see if I can pull this guy up. Alright, let's see if I can play this. I'm down to watch it with you guys.
Wait a second, he's just trying to survive. Stop right there! He's not
Oh, tried to go live big screen and it didn't work. Alright, hold on, let me adjust this so you guys can see it better. So it's basically Diego Luna and Tony Gilroy giving an inside look at what the critics are calling intense, dangerous, and suspenseful for the Andor series, the newest Star Wars event, now streaming on Disney+. Let's watch this thing together. If I can even get it to work. No! 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 Fail. Okay. Well, it's not working now. That's wonderful. Let me try again. No bueno. Oh no. There we go. Alright, let's play this and watch it together. An inside look of episodes 1 through 3 of Andor, and then later tonight we're gonna be watching episode 4.
At the beginning of the story, Cassian is just trying to survive. Stop right there! He's not executing a plan, he's just reacting.
Yup. He is.
You started this story the day he made the biggest mistake in his life. What have you done? I messed up.
He's committed this horrible crime. He makes his situation infinitely worse. He's going to be on the run. He's a fugitive.
We have a warrant for Cassian Andor.
We also have a really compelling origin story from him as a child.
I actually think that we're probably going to follow the rest of this kind of backstory in the next 3 episodes, potentially.
It's going to be something that he's going to have to work on and learn to
What up?
I'm not leaving him here to die.
Good to see you in the chat, Dust Dupree.
Personality. It takes him many years in his life to find that sense of there's something for me to fight for, even if it's an idea and not a place.
This very extreme moment in history, the Empire's consolidating its power. Corporate planets are being nationalized. At the same time, the rebellion is just popping up everywhere in all kinds of iterations.
Your secret friend. You said he wanted to meet me.
The character of Luthen Rail is been glued.
Alright, Luthen Rail. I'm so excited to get into this guy a little bit more.
In a very secretive way.
He will be behind everything.
Okay.
He made it. He's had his eye on this guy as a potential recruit for some nasty business. He goes there to really sniff him out about something that he's going to want him to do.
I'd like you to go with me. How do you know about me?
Alright.
To arrive on a very, very bad day.
You think Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be in one episode? I do not. I do not think Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to show up in Andor.
What happened? Who he's dealing with? How important this will be for things to erupt.
He's taken up with Luthen Rail. I mean, they beat a hasty retreat. I think it's pretty safe to say Cassian will have more to do with Luthen as the show goes on.
Oh, yeah. He's stuck with them. Here we go. Oh, let's go. I'm hyped for it, man. I hope you guys are excited. We're probably going to get out of here in the next 15 minutes, so let's enter into the Q&A portion. Any kind of questions you guys got or anything that you want to see in the Andor show, put it into the chat or into the comment section now, and I'll try to get to them the best I can. Heck, if you guys can support, make sure to super chat down there. I appreciate it. But if you can't, either way, I'll get to your questions and comments regardless. Anything you guys want to know about Andor or Sheev or anything in general, go ahead and put it in the chat, though. I'm excited as heck for episode 4. I think that was a really cool little snippet there from Tony Gilroy and Diego Luna, kind of talking about how the show really does start on one of the worst days of Andor's life, when he makes the biggest mistake that he will ever probably make. And dude, I'm ready for the rest of this story. I'm ready for the ride that we have started. Episode 4 is about to be lit tonight. That was a great recap. Hey, it definitely was a good recap. It definitely was a good recap. Ready for this next episode? Me freaking too. My babies and goats. Yes, the green babies indeed. We must take them for the end. No worries. Much love, Elias. Alright. So, that is the bulk of it. I'm going to check out what else is on the Star Wars website and kind of give you guys any other rundowns or little snippets. Deep scars from the massive mining operations on Kenari. Definitely was interesting to see that in episodes 2, I think, when we get the flashback of Cassian kind of looking over the kind of mining damage that's been done to Kenari and potentially why the Empire is kind of hiding it, or why it's restricted. Jedi Mike says, much love for the subscription at MCPE YouTube. Much love. Jedi Mike says, Vader's Lair. Actually, since you said we can ask anything about Sheev, give us an inside tea about Season 1 Andor Funko release. Please. I don't have too much of an inside thing for that. Much love, Tim, for the €5 super chat. Andor. Hi, let's go. Hey, much love, my brother. I appreciate you. You the GOAT. Everybody loves Tim. That dude's the greatest. Alright, so Andor Funkos. And thank you again, Tim, for the super. You are the best, my friend. Andor Funkos. I don't know too much about any Andor Funkos as of yet. I think they're trying to keep things under wraps for now. But with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Saw Gerrera Funko. I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, Andor. There is already an Andor Funko from San Diego Comic-Con, I think. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong about that. But I think that is the case, that there was one Andor Funko that was released early. It's kind of Andor and his clothes that we see him in throughout the first couple of episodes, or like the hoodie and everything that we see him walking through the rec yard or whatever on Ferrix. But other than that, I would love a Bix Funko. I like Bix so far. She's a great character. Marvo, B2 Emo. B2 Emo is probably a Funko worthy of being created. Luthen Rael. Luthen Rael is going to be a Funko maybe. Mon Mothma wouldn't shock me. I don't know. I feel like Funkos... Andor might not get as many Funkos. I feel like Obi-Wan got just a few too, but... there's definitely going to be a couple, and I'm excited to see what else they could be. Need the whole droid collection? Yeah, bro. It's kind of crazy right now. Euro and dollar is worth about the same. So the world is just in the toilet. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's because the dollar's... No, I'm just playing, though. My mom is going to be here late. Aw, dude. I hope you have a good night though, regardless, and enjoy yourself. It's kind of crazy. Okay, maybe Andor is inside the Funko catalog. I can, you know what, Jedi Mike? I can hit my source about that, and I can get back to you as soon as I know a little bit more. Keep asking though, all right? Because I'll have more information eventually. I love a Funko of B2 Emo. Dude, me too, Don. Emo is one of my favorite characters so far. What game will you predict we'll see first, says talented Mr. Griffin. For Star Wars? Drop some tea on the Discord. Check out our Discord. Much love, Jedi Mike. Oh, a K2SO Funko? I believe... So, I think there's a K2SO... I think there is a K2SO Funko from Rogue One, but I think it's a rarer one. I don't know though. He's a very popular character, so I imagine it is. What Star Wars game do I think we'll see first? Probably the next Star Wars game is probably gonna be Star Wars Hunters, which is like an Apex, or not Apex Legends. An Overwatch version of Star Wars, I guess you could say, or a Star Wars version of Overwatch, really. And I'm excited for that. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. But the next like big game we'll probably get is probably not gonna be until Jedi Fallen Order next year, or Jedi Survivor. Sorry, Jedi Survivor. Super excited for that though. Jedi Survivor is gonna be lit. I'm excited for that game. Ashhammer. That's how it used to be for me, Elias. My mom wouldn't get home till 2 a.m., so I know how... Yeah, dude. I'm sorry about that, my friend. I'm happy to distract you with some content, though, and I definitely hope you're having a good night. And go, if you want, man, rewatch episodes 1 through 3, man. Get excited for tomorrow when you get off of school and can watch episode 4. Well, Jedi Survivor might even be the next one. I think it might. It definitely could even be the next one. I don't remember how long Hunters was pushed back. It was supposed to be coming the end of this year. I think Jedi Hunters is coming out maybe even next year. I think Jedi Survivor comes out next year though as well. So I'm not sure what comes first. Yeah, Jedi Survival will be on the new consoles almost exclusively. Talented Mr. Griffin, welcome to the dark side, my young apprentice. Much love, my friend. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for joining the Acolytes of Vader's Lair. Appreciate you, my friend. Don, thank you for being a member for 2 months. If you guys put a message with those, you guys are just members, have been members for 2 months. Thank you guys for being members for 2 months. I can't believe it's been 2 months since we activated memberships. I gotta get more of the perks going. I'm glad we got some of the cool little stickers there, but we gotta add some more stuff. Much love to you guys. Nice. 2 months of excellence. Good. Jedi Survivor will probably still drop on PS4 too, but we'll see. As far as I know, it is an exclusive to PS5 and the Xbox One, so the new gen consoles. And that's amazing if it is. I would rather it be. I know there's a shortage, and I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to get a PS5. I do. It's very hard. But if they make it exclusively for the next gen consoles, the game will have less limitations in a way. They'll be able to do more with it. And that's what I'm excited for. The potential for the newer upgrades that we could see. I feel like not too many games have actually, pushed into the new consoles with how hard it's been to get them. Heck, I feel like the gaming industry has been on pause since COVID for the past 2 years, but I don't know, man. I'm hoping for some good stuff with Jedi Survivor, and I think it's gonna be really, really good. No PC version. There should be a PC version as well. PC is more advanced than a PS5 or an Xbox One. So next gen, let's go. That game alone would make me give in and get a PS5. You're telling me, Ash. That's why I did it already. Tim says, I think they just pushed Hunters to 2023, so who knows when it drops. I thought they did as well. I'm not sure. Tim says they made the PS5 more expensive in Europe, and you can't even get one. You haven't been able to get one for a long time here either. I don't know, man. That's why I just bought it off of Scalpers as soon as it went. I literally bought a PS5 within 4 or 5 days of it going on sale. First of all, I don't have any type of patience. If you know Sheev, it's time. Give it to me now. I need it. So I have no type of patience, right? First of all. Second of all, I kind of foresaw. I saw how many, the shortage of how much they were making. I heard about all this stuff. Scalpers were literally buying them, and all I could see was just, what if I can't get a PS5 for 2 years or 3 years? Guess it was a good idea to buy one. Walmart $615? No way. I'm not going to buy a console for one game unless it's Legends of Zelda. Well, see, I feel like I say that all the time too, and then I buy a Switch just to play Pokemon. Star Wars MCU OG says register through Sony using PSN account. They will send an invite to buy a PS5 within a month. It's how I got mine. Damn, I ain't know about that. Well, everybody go follow Star Wars MCU OG's instructions here. Maybe I'll even clip this. Register through Sony using a PSN account. They will send an invite to buy a PS5 within a month. That's how the OG got his. So do it. Do it. Tim says, I remember the days when Switch came out and the only games were 1, 2, Switch, and Zelda was glorious. Yes, of course. Of course. I got it the mail. I got it the mail too. Alright, y'all. I'm super hyped for tonight. If you have any last comments, questions, or thoughts for the Sheev Master? Let me know. Put them into the comments. But we're going to get on out of here soon, probably in the next couple of minutes. So any last questions or comments, put them in. Make sure you don't miss tonight's live watch party if you want to be there. We're going to be watching Andor episode 4. So be there, be square. You know what I mean? Be a chill dude. Gonna make sure to, take your naps, get your coffees going, whatever you need for tonight. It's gonna be a lit time. Shorter stream this time because we're not gonna be watching 3 episodes, but I cannot wait. It is about to be hype. Alright, bros. Ashhammer says my coworker tried to buy one from Walmart and they took and returned his money 5 different times over a year before they were finally like, sorry, we can't get you one. That's sad. That's a sad story. I know the feeling. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna catch you guys for Andor later tonight. Make sure to set your alarm clocks. Do whatever you gotta do. Smash that little like button if you enjoyed the live stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell to be notified for when we go live later tonight at 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait to see you guys there, though. Andor, hype! Episode 4 is gonna be lit. And I will see you guys tonight. May the force be with you always. Peace.